This year's inductee can stand tall in that group of great Western performers. Let's meet him now.
Stuart Whitman is a man's man, with that classic profile, the granite jaw, and the signature shock of ebony hair that would sell out in a heartbeat if men could order good looks online. 6 feet 2 inches tall, he has a commanding presence that's allowed him to hold his own on screen with some of Hollywood's greatest leading men. But Whitman also has a marvelously expressive face that endears him to his audience, even when the men he plays are far less than perfect. He earned the attention of Hollywood and an Academy Award nomination for his 1961 portrayal of a man convicted of intent to commit a sex crime who pays his dues and then struggles to find his place back in society. He worked so hard to make it to that point in his career, one columnist suggested that if he won the Oscar, he should say, "I did it all myself. I don't have anyone to thank." That work ethic would continue to characterize the journey of Stuart Whitman as he moved into roles like Paul Regret, an itinerant gambler on the run who comes to the aid of John Wayne in the Comancheros.
This trip will take about 5 days.
Right, step aboard.
What, on this mule?
On the mule.
The right hand's going to slow us down.
Oh, very sad. But on the other hand, if you were to take off with the tall and uncut, I could run you down real easy. Pretty good shooting for a handgun.
I'm surprised to see you back.
I'm kind of surprised I came back.
Like this little fracas is about over. I'll take that gun now.
Whitman would star alongside the Duke again in the war spectacular The Longest Day. An Army veteran himself, Whitman was a natural as Lieutenant Sheen, a paratrooper preparing for D-Day. Always ready to fight for a part, he threatened never to work for producer Joseph E. Levine again if he didn't get the lead role abandoned by George Peppard in Sands of the Kalahari. His years as a boxer in the Army paid off in this role and any others that required Stuart to shed his shirt. There probably wasn't a better physique in Hollywood. He was back in the saddle in Rio Conchos with Richard Boone and Jim Brown, a movie he calls the most difficult he ever did. And while it wasn't a Western, the comic extravaganza, those magnificent men and their flying machines, did see him in the starring role of Orville Newton, an affable American cowboy who saves the day and gets the girl in the end.
If I'd have wanted, I'd have been somebody. I'd have been able to go up to any girl, even a rich and a beautiful one. Say to her what I wanted to say. Ask her what I wanted to ask. Well, it can't happen now.
Whitman played dozens of roles on the small screen, but is probably best remembered as heroic Marshal Jim Crown in the lavish Western TV series Cimarron Strip.
I'm not going to draw on you or with you. Now, if you're going to kill me, you're going to have to shoot me unarmed, in cold blood or not at all.
Over a half-century, Stuart Whitman has made more than 200 appearances in movies and TV. He is one of Hollywood's Iron Men, a class act who personifies the qualities of the Western heroes he's portrayed: solid, hard-working, and ruggedly self-possessed. A man's man, to be sure, but most importantly, one who will be remembered as his own man.